What up, that's His Squad, and welcome back, guys. Here's your boy Sean.
And your girl, Mel.
Yes, guys. We are back for another video. Karmelo Anthony family reveals $600K donation, not enough to save Karmelo. Called out. Whoa, no.
Okay.
Well, how much is enough? $600K?
Over $500,000?
Whoa.
Jeez.
That don't sound like greed.
His family.
If that don't sound like greed, I don't know what sounds like greed.
Jeez.
Here we go. Let's get into it, guys. But first, go ahead and smash that like button, turn on that notification bell so you guys be notified next time we upload. We try to upload daily, guys. All right, stay up with us. Here we go.
Reporting live from Hyper's Club, Fight Plus News, I'm John Oppen. It's been close to 2 weeks since the trial of Karmelo Anthony would come to an end, but people are still continuing to follow the case. As you should know, 19-year-old Karmelo Anthony would be found guilty of murder over an incident between he and fellow high school student Austin Metcalf at a track meet last year. Now, according to reports, Anthony would be requested to move from a tent, and upon his refusal would be then pushed by Metcalf, and that's when Anthony would bring out a knife-like weapon to stab Metcalf once in the chest. Now, the story has went on to create a large amount of emotion and racial divide, as many people believe that Anthony was defending himself from Metcalf and others.
My brother was jumped and stabbed to death 20 years ago. So naturally, people ask how I feel about Karmelo Anthony. 35 years, and my answer might make some people uncomfortable. I don't see a monster. I see a kid who was scared. My brother was jumped, he was stabbed to death, and he was the one being attacked, and he didn't have a thing in his hands to stop it. Now, I have spent the last 20 years asking a question that I can't put down. What if my brother had a knife that night? Would he be alive? Would he have been the one who walked away because he protected himself? And if he had, would they have called him a murderer? Would they have given him 35 years? And that's what I see in Karmelo, a kid who was being jumped, a kid who was being antagonized, a scared kid who reached for the only thing that meant he might make it home. He lived, and living got him 35 years. And that's a sentence I don't believe that his white peers would get in that same state. What was he supposed to do? What if they had a knife and they tried to kill him? He was obviously terrified. He can't walk away because Cyrus tried that. Didn't work for him very well, did it? They can't defend themselves because 35 years for a child who was trying to protect himself? We need to have broader conversations. Karmelo was a terrified kid, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise.
Part of that wave of...
Let's stop it right there for a minute. What you think about that?
If what she was saying was true, I would understand. But there is no evidence that suggests that Karmelo was fighting for his life. We watched the footage.
Yeah, she used the word jump.
We didn't see.
I don't know if she's seen the footage, but he clearly was not jumped.
None of the witnesses said he was jumped.
He was clearly not jumped. He might have been outnumbered, and we don't know the exact conversation that they was having under there. But we can clearly see that he was not jumped. So
if
that
he
right
was
there is
scared, he could have walked away.
Exactly.
There were adults out there. He could have screamed anything.
Exactly.
But to pick up a knife, that's the, you might as well tell the person who killed your brother that they were, within their rights to harm, to do what they did to your brother.
Right, and then there's people like this that
you can't pick up a knife and stab someone.
Because we don't want this to happen again. So it's people like this that's like almost like throwing gas on it, because now you're like basically telling other children that might watch this that it's okay to do such.
Don't tell my kids anything like our children that if they are afraid, they can pick up a knife and stab someone.
Like what was he supposed to do? Like, what you mean? What was he supposed to do? He could have got up and walked away and avoided it. He could have got an adult. He could have got the coach. He could have pushed him back.
If he stabbed him, right? And those kids were, as violent as everyone is claiming them to be, then they would have jumped him and there would have been physical evidence. The Karmelo would have had a busted eye or a black eye or a busted nose or something.
I mean,
he didn't have a scratch on him.
We seen the footage for ourselves, and we seen quick two motions, a push a stab, and then he jumped out of the tent. So it wasn't a struggle. This stuff that people were saying, it's not in the video.
Absolutely.
The video is not lying to us. This is not an AI video. This is the real video from the Memorial School. Here we go, guys. Let's keep going.
People feeling that Anthony is innocent, he and his family would end up raising a little over $600,000 to help cover legal fees as well as other necessary expenses. Now, as those funds first began to surpass into the hundreds of thousands, many who were against Anthony would call out his supporters and would later accuse the family of mismanaging the funds before his trial would even take place.
If you all don't know by now, that family have raised over $500,000, and that's just what we know. That's just what we know. We don't know about the other stuff. We don't know if them two parents were still working or not. But what we know, they raised over $500,000 that was supposed to be sent to the boy attorney fee.
Fast forward to now, as Karmelo has just submitted a notice to appeal against his recent trial, it appears that the Anthony family is in need of more money. Over on his Facebook page, Karmelo's father, Drew Anthony, would reveal that the family is working to get more funds, as Karmelo's original Give Send Go donation page would be taken down now that the trial has come to an end. A part of his Facebook message, he would go on to share that a new platform they tried using called Spot Fund would ultimately decide to not allow them to raise any funds on their platform because, according to them, their new fund falls out of their acceptable use policy. This would go on to prompt Anthony's father to send out an alarming message. In all caps, he would write, "People, we are under attack. All money will be refunded. We want to make another attempt without verification. Thank you in advance. Please be patient." As far as the email denying them from using Spot Fund, it will go on to read, "Hi Kayla. Kayla Hayes, who was Anthony's mother. This is Maria from Spot Fund. I hope you're doing well. After careful consideration, we have made the difficult decision to remove your fundraiser from our platform, as it falls outside of our acceptable use policy, Terms and Conditions Section 3E. Please note that this decision is not a reflection on the hardships your family may be experiencing. We understand that this is an incredibly difficult and emotional time. Any donations received through the campaign will be refunded to the respective donors in accordance with our policies. We recognize that the outcome may be disappointing, and we are truly sorry for any additional stress this may cause. We wish you the best moving forward. Thank you again for your understanding. Warm regards, Maria." Now, as mentioned, Anthony has submitted a notice of appeal to begin the process of fighting against his case. For some, they feel that due to the fact that Anthony had an all-white jury and the way his hired attorney failed to properly defend him makes the appeal necessary. Now, in the notice, Anthony would further reveal and confirm that he and his family don't have any money to bring on a new lawyer, as he would describe himself as penniless, destitute, an indigent person, too poor to employ counsel, as he's now hoping that the court will provide him with free representation as things move forward. As far as his previous attorney, Mike Howard, he is a private for hire defense attorney, despite some claiming that the Anthonys pocketed the original donation money by using a public defender. Following the outcome of the trial, Karmelo's father would admit that he too believed that Howard failed them and regret going with Howard as their son's attorney.
As parents, have you all struggled with guilt, asking yourselves, is there anything differently? I know, Kayla, you said you wish you had gone to that track meet. Is there anything that you both wish you could have done differently?
I wish I would have just been rebellious. I was told, don't talk to this person. Don't talk to this person. I feel like it was just a setup. Now, so they told us, go get white attorneys. Every black person I went to, white attorney. No white attorney, they set them up. Pushed them. Hey, here you go. No objections.
Over on social media, many have continued sharing their thoughts about the Anthony's handling of their son's serious case, their now alleged financial troubles, and some are even calling out his parents with more accusations.
Karmelo Anthony's parents are not banding together for justice. They are banding together for their pockets. They don't give a fuck about their son. They don't care about the justice system doing their son wrong. They care about using this as a political pawn so they can fucking pat their fucking pockets. So why in the fuck am I going to band together for a young man when his parents won't band together for him? I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth. They don't give a fuck about their son.
Now, do I think Andrew Anthony and Kayla Hayes misappropriated any funds in relation to Karmelo Anthony? No. I watched Andrew Anthony. He's not a thug. He's not a thug.
What does that mean, lady?
He's what they would call a kind-hearted gentleman. So for ignorant, thuggish, dogmatic black men, that may come across as weak. But if you've never been to jail, never been pulled over, had a ticket, or been in trouble, or been fingerprinted, you wouldn't understand his mannerism. So to you, he's weak. So he has other small children. So if he used any of the money to help keep the family together, that's not misappropriating funds. If you never had your back up against the wall, please
that
don't
money
jump.
was not for
As of now, it's
that.
unclear if Karmelo's parents have found a platform to host the fund,
case.
but his uncle Kevin Hayes has shared the most recent update on behalf of the family. On Wednesday, over on his Facebook page, he would write, "We just wanted to officially let everyone know that we've been working tirelessly behind the scenes to get everything squared away for Karmelo. We also want to make it clear that no one has been authorized to collect funds on behalf of Karmelo or our family. When the official fundraising efforts are established, we will announce them ourselves through our official channels. Thank you all for the continued love, prayers, encouragement, and unwavering support. It truly means more than words can express. Just know that our spirits are high, our faith is strong, and the fight has only just begun." Let's talk about it more in the comments below. And for more news in comedy, culture, and sports, be sure to subscribe here to our YouTube channel and follow Hype Plus across all social media. Reporting live from Hype Club, Hype Plus News.
This is sad.
How sad can this case get?
2 young boys. They were boys.
They were children.
They were children.
Kids. But
this is breaking my freaking heart.
As we, get more and more and more into the case, it's like falling apart on the parents, because you took $600,000. I don't know what you did with it, but now you're asking for more. Like this is a get rich quick scheme. Like what the hell is this?
I mean, it only took a year for the trial to happen. So I don't know what this lady is talking about. He has other children. $600,000.
$600,000. First of all, what was you doing before this case even started?
Sounds ignorant.
And like it's like your hand is out. And then you go get a public defender. Public. He's free to the public. You don't hire someone.
That's crazy.
So you're basically saying that, you know what, son, you're done, but we're gonna go ahead and put some money in our pocket on the back end. It's crazy.
That's horrible.
The fundraiser was for him. So if he got to serve 35, which he's not going to serve the whole 35, but if he served 20, some of that money should be going on his books to keep him or whatever. Just, y'all ran through that money, man. Let's call a spade a spade.
And they don't have enough money to appeal it, so they're asking for more money.
You're asking for more.
What in the world?
But what you do with the first sum? It's crazy. And then people get over here talking about other kids. There's only one kid that's in trouble that needs every last single dime of that money. And I feel like, his parents dropped the ball and set him up, fed him. Hey, y'all go ahead.
They made it about race. They said, we couldn't get a black lawyer. They told us to get a white lawyer. Like, now
I didn't understand what he was saying, but
making it about race. I'm playing
none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense.
This is not a game.
None of it makes sense. It does not make sense. It's like at least spend all of the money on him.
Absolutely.
On the legal fees. Trying to make it better for him.
If you truly believe your child is innocent,
right,
you would have done your research and gotten the best lawyer. But instead, you pocketed the money. You went and got a public defender. So, in my mindset, the way I think, maybe she knows that her son has a temper.
Hey, all we know is, he did it. He's guilty.
And they didn't stay with him.
They didn't even stay for the rest of
to be
hear the sentence.
Like what?
So it's like, all right, let's go on.
They had already given up on him. So that's why the money was spent. Because they had already given
You're not going to hear what your child gets.
I don't want to pass judgment. Because I feel like I haven't been passing judgment on these people. Because you can't say what you would do if you were never in a situation like this. But it's just coming off this way.
Baby, this don't make sense.
It's coming off horrible.
$600,000 is enough to get affordable lawyer, all right? At least give him a lawyer. A public defender and a lawyer, they're two different things.
Of course.
This is for the public. If you can't afford an attorney, and then over here you can hire me for $200,000, and I might can get your child, manslaughter and give him 10 years, or whatever the case may be. They didn't go in with the intentions on fighting for his life. They went in on intentions on, let's open up some fundraisers. If this one don't work, we can open up the next one and open up the next one. Our hands are open. Our pockets need to be filled. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is what I'm seeing. This is just what I'm seeing.
Seems like he didn't have a chance,
and they did not go to bat for their child. Come on, man. $600,000 is a lot of money. That's over $500,000. That's a lot. You can pull some strings with $600,000. And I feel like they went the cheap way out. Let's sign these papers and we can hire him. We ain't gotta give him no money. It's crazy. Stop what happened to the money.
And then use a spokesperson who's a felon.
Where's the money?
Who has abused children.
You go get him and give him what, 20, 30,000? Yeah. That's a waste. That's a waste of money. Some of that money could have went to the Metcalf family and paid for some things and try to reconcile.
There was no reconciliation.
It was none at all.
Still is none.
You could have sent the mom some roses or some flowers. Come on, let's pray. Whatever y'all got to do to make this case better.
And not only that, to bring peace. To everybody around the world, because this is a big case.
Had some remorse.
It's affecting all of us, really.
It really is. Because
I look at Karmelo and I'm like, wow, that could have been one of my son.
Right.
And then I look at Austin and I'm like, wow, that could have been my son as well. Because he's a child, he's a human child.
It's a lose.
People keep looking at this from a racial standpoint.
Right.
He's a human child. He's a human.
No matter what color you are.
White people are human.
They're
human. Black people are human.
That guy got a right to live.
He got a right to live. People forget that.
He got a right to be on the team. He got a right to be at the school. He got a right, to wear his uniform proudly. But you do not have the right to take his life. And if you do, you got to deal with the consequences. And you guys did not deal with the consequences well. In my eyes, it's just my opinion. Because different people got different point of views. And, it's like, this is crazy. This is getting out of hand. It's like, $600,000, do the right thing with the money, man. This is not to have a shopping spree or let's go find our dream home. And it's just distasteful. It's like, it's just bad. That's it, guys. We gotta get out of here. Y'all go ahead and smash that like button, get this video a big fat thumbs up, and also get inside the comment section as we continue to follow this case and what's going on. All right.
Absolutely.
We signing off. Peace, love, and blessings. Please be safe out there, guys.
Peace.